What is up, you guys? Gamerlive Studio here, back at it with another hot take video. And today I wanted to talk about and discuss the AI situation, what's been going on out here. Some good, some bad, but I want to focus on more of the good about AI. You know, some of the things that could contribute into what we know about with the whole PlayStation situation, getting rid of physical media, and what does that mean for physical media in general overall. And I also wanted to talk about that as well with like preservations and stuff. I got some things in the bag right here that I want to show off and show off like some of my collections and what I have. And also some of the things that I wanted to talk about, like what are some of the steps that I'm doing to preserve some of my physical medias and stuff like that I'm thinking about and planning on doing. And again, I just wanted to share, discuss, give you options on the table. You know, a lot of times, you know, I think in my last video, I do apologize, like my audio wasn't really that good. I do apologize for that. But hopefully this video, I kind of fixed it. I clean out my phone and I make sure I cut off the data. I'm just going to record this and then I'll upload it later on for you guys to see and all this stuff. So again, if you do like this video and you do enjoy, make sure you like, share, comment. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please share this video out to everyone who is, you know, worried about, you know, the whole physical media preservations. Like, again, I'm going to talk about and discuss because I've been around for quite some time. You know, there's some things that I don't think a lot of people are really touching on or discussing or not seeing, like, you know, what I see. But personally, so far, what I have seen with the AI situation and stuff like that, you know, there's some good, there's some bad, but I don't think they're not focusing on the good and also what this could mean, that this might be an opportunity for us as consumers can really might bring back physical media in the fold again. It might can. Is interesting to talk about, but I'm willing to share with you guys because I've been sitting on this and wanted to talk about this. So, yeah. Okay, so where should I start with this? Let's start with the whole preservation thing going on, because I think like, again, in my last video, you know, I do apologize again because it had poor quality, but long story short, you know, like when like, again, I always say this straight up to anyone because I want to make sure it gets through to your head that, you know, you have to learn to adjust and adapt to situations, you know, like life out here is going to just keep on spinning, whether you're here on Earth or you're not. Is still going to keep on spinning. Nothing will ever stop. Things are moving forward. Things are always going to change. Nothing in this world will ever remain the same. Nothing in this world will ever remain the same. No matter how much you want to sit there and be stubborn. I mean, because you already seen, like, again, Sony came out and gave you a time limit. 2028, that's it, right? And that also gets you to thinking, like, you know, what else can I do to, you know, again, for preservation's sake? You know, what are some of the things that I can do for myself, you know, right? Because, again, like I always said in the last video, it's just like, you hear countless times, you hearing the same dumb shit like, oh, you're not going to be able to go nowhere, you can't leave off of a platform and blah, blah, blah. It's just a bunch of hocus pocus fucking nonsense. It's just a bunch of garbage. Okay, it's just a bunch of fucking garbage. It really is. It's garbage. It's trash. You know, there's many ways. Like, again, you could always walk away. I walked away, right? If you don't believe me, I mean, look, I even can show you right now, right? I told you this, that I left during the Xbox One generation going into PC. Okay? I had a console and a PC all at the same time. I didn't know shit about PC that well, but every day I was learning something new, learning new programs, new this, new that. What things can I do with it? How can I do with it? You know what I'm saying? I gotta learn. I gotta adapt. I gotta adjust. Like, again, like, nothing will ever remain the same. Things are just constantly changing. And like I said, I think I said in my last video that I'm going to be moving forward going to learn about Linux. I'm going to be planning on doing another PC build, and I'm going to make that a gaming Linux focused system. And I'm going to be diving into Linux and learning about that. Because I already learned about Windows. I know about Windows. Now it's time to learn about Linux. Right? I'm doing what I need to do. No matter how old you are, you can be the youngest person to 30, 40 years old. You're never too old to learn or do something new or change or adapt. You gotta learn to accept it. The quicker, the older you are, the harder it is for you to accept that. Point blank. Okay? If you're young right now and you learn to accept that right then and there, later on in life is going to be easier for you. Harder for old folks. I feel sorry for you. Okay? You should have learned that when you was a kid or a parent. You should have had people around you should have been telling you this shit. But luckily here, I'm telling you straight up right now. I'm 30-something years old, and I've been accept that shit a long time ago. All the way back from the PlayStation 2 era, 3, 4, 5, I accepted that. And like, again, if you don't believe me, here, I'm going to show you. Okay, physical, the paper and stuff like that, right? Got the code right there, but I'm not going to show you that. And I still got the map. Still in here. Still in here. Okay. Perfectly sleeved. I left. I went to PC. You know how many copies I got this? I brought this copy on the 360. Got it for the Xbox One. Got it on PC. The regular Skyrim version. I got the Skyrim VR version, and I got the Skyrim Special Edition and the Ultimate Edition. So I have at least brought this copy damn near five times. Again, physical and my digital collection, I left it behind. It's not a big fucking deal. I'm not sitting there crying about it. I'm not sitting there boo-hoo, pissing in my pants and all this fucking bullshit. Okay? You gotta learn to let it go. It's time to move on. So, going back to preservation, right? It might be a threat for a lot of things, right? With music, DVDs, movies, right? However, this is where when I talk about AI and stuff, I don't know if you saw this video, you've seen it, but I was watching a YouTube video, right, of some of these content creators talking about the whole Stellar Blade Rain music video collab, Shift Up, and whatever. They made a collaboration and did this AI music video, whatever, for Stellar Blade. Now, personally, for me, I watched the video. I seen it for myself. It was perfectly fine. I have no issues with this. A lot of people is quick to say, well, that's AI slop and blah, 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 and all this. Look, you can tell when it's slop when it's slop. Slop is like something like where they just throw something together and it just looks messy and horrible. It's just like a bad CGI movie. When CGI movies started to come around for the first time, it was bad to the point where some of those movies was fucking hilarious, and some of those movies that had bad CGI, they still watch it and appreciate it. Like 10 years later, 20 years fucking later. Right? We have movies from back then. There's plenty of movies you could sit there and probably say, yeah, that was some bad CGI, or that was a bad costume like movie, but I still appreciate it, right? We know it's bad, but we still appreciate it. You know, maybe when it first came out, a lot of people didn't like it. But as the years go by, as the technology grows, as things starting to change, and as the world keeps spinning, things will get better and better. Okay? So I'm looking at this shift up video. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Okay? It's a music video. It's not that deep. Okay? Relax. You know, I enjoy the music. I think it's great. I don't see what the problem is here. You gotta relax yourself, because these people are just going towards the fucking extreme. Now again, I'm gonna say this again. Think about what's happening all around us right now with the whole subscription service. Let's take, for example, like again, we are dealing with a subscription service crisis, right? No matter if it's Netflix, Hulu Hoop, but let's go point out, since we're talking about music, right? With the whole Stella Blade using a music AI video and all this stuff, we're having a problem with music and copyrighted music cannot be used on YouTube. We cannot use, like, even if I'm not claiming myself that I make the music or whatever, even if I put in the description all of the right, things that needs to be said, my videos will be blocked and it can't be shown. Right? We are dealing with that crisis right now. You may not see it, but if you try it for yourself, we are dealing with that type of crisis, which is bad. Because it's like, okay, first of all, how are you going to get music that you like for your video? You're not going to get some hocus pocus trash, copyright free garbage music. Some of those musics are pretty fucking garbage. Not all, but most of it is garbage, and some of it does not hit the same for a music video, right? So now we are dealing with that because we can't use copyrighted music, even if we don't own the rights to it. And if we put in the description, this video it's not taking, I'm not owning whatever, you still get demonetized, or you get whatever. So long time ago, it wasn't like that. I mean, it was like that, but it wasn't towards the extreme that we're seeing right now. So what are these YouTube content creators are going to do? Well, they're using AI to generate and create music, so then they can put the music in their music video without getting demonetized. And the music sounds good and better than someone that you have to pay for. And you're paying a subscription service to get it done. That's where we're at. Now you're probably sitting there saying, well, that's bad. Well, it's not bad. Because, like, again, if there's any way to try to come back or do damage in the entertainment space, that's a good thing. Because guess what? We can have the power to do what we want to do. We got more creativity and more paths that are open to us with this AI stuff coming in. Even though, yes, the RAM prices, this, that, the data center, yes, that's bad. But there's also just as much as if it's like this. If evil came up, like there's more evil in the world, guess what? The good has to come up there too. So there's going to be some equal, you got to have some equilibrium, you know? Right? If they're using AI for gathering, data collection, this and that, personal stuff from us, then we got to use AI to combat that, right? With the entertainment space and stuff like that, right? We got to have an equilibrium. And this is what I'm trying to tell you, that, we have the power to use these AI tools, and we can create as much music or whatever that we want, and we can make it sound whatever we want. And we can use it into our music videos. We can use it towards a lot of different things, which is crazy. It's crazy, but it works. And I'm like, if we already got a tool like that right now, and it's lower barrier to entry, imagine some of the things that might happen. Like good possibility things. Remember what I said before. We have a subscription service crisis. You got a subscription service, let's say Spotify. A lot of people are moving away from Spotify, right? They're moving away and they're focusing on, they want to be less distracted by the cell phone and want to get like an MP3 player. I see a lot of people are doing that. It's not going to happen overnight. Don't get me wrong. It ain't going to happen overnight. But as slowly times move forward, as the world keeps going, a lot of those people may be less and less reliant on Spotify and starting to be like, wait a minute, why would I want to use Spotify and paying for this? But I'm only getting all these top popular artists, but I don't feel like, it just feels passive. I don't feel engaged anymore by this, So some of these people may be like, let me go back to my roots where I just get a simple MP3 player, way lighter than like a cell phone brick. I'm just throwing it as an example. Like if this was a cell phone, like it's a brick, right? Why not just get something like a small device? Like I'm just putting this as an example. Let's just say this was an MP3 player. Something small like this where I could just put Bluetooth and just really enjoy the music and collect music again. It's starting to happen. I'm like, again, slowly but surely, more and more of those people are kind of like, you know what? I've been paying for Netflix. I've been paying for Spotify. I've been paying for this, and this. Maybe I need to find ways to kind of, start opening up my tastes in music and start scaling back on these popular artists and these popular music. Don't get me wrong, they're great. But I think it's time to scale that back and really find music on the underground scenes and stuff like that, right? Or getting music somewhere else. Like, again, the trend takes time, but it is going to start happening. Next thing you know, we might see another boom in the whole SoundCloud era. We might see another boom of that. We might see even more artists are more considering saying, hey, we are doing both digital downloads and we also going to be doing physical. And that might be another great avenue where maybe some of these kids, when they start picking up that trend, saying, hey, I've been starting to collect a lot of CDs from different artists that is unknown, and I've been stacking up my collection. People might say, hey, we can start making booklets with it, doing this. Like, again, using AI music is like a lower barrier to entry for us as just everyday consumer people. We can have opportunities to grow and make our own type of music, doing our own type of style. We can make our own lyrics, whatever lyrics that we want, and we can use that music however we want. We can put it on TikTok without being copyright strike. We can make a dance music, whatever, without being copyright strike. We can do this, and that, There's so much opportunities in doing that. Maybe some of these people that was on Spotify for so long that they probably sat there and said, you know what? Why not I just make my own music? How about that? Maybe I need to experiment and do my own shit. And you know how this is going to destroy the industry? It's going to destroy it because guess what? Less and less people are going to use mainstream music that we hear on the radio every fucking day. Maybe they're going to stop listening to that garbage, and now they're going to start listening more towards everyday artists that is around their neighborhood, their community, their state, their hometown. They might hear other people's music and ideas and how they do music, and they may sell physical copies and stuff like that. Like, again, for example, I'm just giving this as an example. Let's say if I use, right, which I'm doing even for myself, but I'm just throwing this as an example. Let's say I made some AI music, right? It's copyright free. I made it, just, whatever. And then all I have to do is just, like, again, download the music that I made. That is good, that I put in effort. You can't just make slop music, because if it's slop, they're not gonna care or listen to it. But if they already listening to it, you already have it on YouTube, most likely they might say, hey, I will buy your physical copy, and put the link there. If it sounds good and whatever, they might say, hey, I want to start collecting. That trend might be coming back. Again, you got to be patient, but I can see that the AI music like Suno and all these other AI music makers can really open up the doors and floodgates for other lower barrier to entry artists coming in with ideas and stuff like that. And it's not hard. Like, you can go online, and if you wanted to make a CD, it's really not that hard. You can make your own CDs, custom play, stuff like that. And not just CDs, but you can even do Blu-ray, DVD, whatever media that you have. You want to make a custom DVD cover, you can. If I'm just doing this, like, let's just say this was a DVD cover or Blu-ray. You want to make a custom art like this, and you want to design your own, like, custom label like this. You can do that online right now. You can do that online, get 3 example CDs for like $10 sent to the mail to you. And once you already make the product, you can literally put the link to whatever site, whatever, and say, hey, if you want to buy my physical copy of this, of my music or whatever, there's a link to the manufacturer that I made it from, and you can buy it. And, like, again, they get a cut. You get a cut as well. You're making money. And you're selling an actual physical copy of a disc, a CD of music that you made using AI. But you got to make it good. You can't make it slop. That's understandable. I get it. There's slop. But again, you can use it to make something good with the music with AI. If you can do that, people are more willing to buy it. Art cover, this, that. If you can even use, you don't even have to use AI. let's just say, for example, even if you gotten good, let's say you learn a program or something, you're like, okay, I'm going to learn FL Studio. I'm going to start doing this and doing that. And if you can make music using FL Studio, more power to you. But again, this might make a comeback. Because again, we're seeing the trend of people leaving off of Spotify. They're buying MP3 players. And they want to be more focused on exploring other music and genre. And also, they don't want to just hear just mainstream music. They want to hear other people's music. They also want to collect CDs. Maybe that they might be going back into that again. That's going to destroy the music industry. It's going to hit them hard. And whose fault is that? There's nobody else's fault but their own, because you just gave tools towards us that we can use against them, and we can make it better than what they're doing. And now we got lower barrier of entry. I remember, like, again, making rap music or any type of music back then. We didn't have YouTube or anything like that. So how did you get a record label and all that stuff, right? You got to go through this event. You got to do this. You got to go through here. Now we're at the point where we got YouTube readily available. We can upload our music, SoundCloud, this, that. There's so many avenues that now, like, again, the lower the barrier entry, the more people can come in and start making their own stuff. Therefore, they don't really need to sign a deal with a record label deal to make copies of this CD. Now we're at the point where we got AI tools that even me and many others may not be all that experienced with fucking music. You know, I'm not a music engineer. You're not. But now we can experiment, and now we can actually, now the barrier to entry went lower, and now it's opened up even more. Now we're going to have more ideas, more creators, more things. And now when you start seeing people stepping away from Spotify and saying, hey, maybe I should go out to the store and find collection. Who knows? Somebody out there might be making a website saying, hey, this website is only for people that are not signed on a record label, but they want to put their own music, you know, made to order music. And their storefront, their store page, like whatever music or album that they make, you want to order it, the physical copy, you can. Somebody out there probably thinking that idea. It's going to destroy. It's going to help to combat the entertainment scene. That's just one part of it. That's just music. That's what I'm sitting there trying to tell people. Don't write off AI like it's like fucking like it's bad, it's the end of the world and all this bullshit and slop. You have to look at it in a perspective of, what could this mean? What could this mean for me and also for everyone else? Does this mean that now the barrier entry went down even lower and now we got more to come? Yes. What do you think YouTube was? YouTube was lower the barrier entry. You want to share videos and stuff? Boom. Look at it now. Like, now you can put whatever videos. You could do gameplay. You could do this. You could do that. Right? Now you could make a channel about music. You want to make your music album playlist? You don't need to go like try to sign up for a record label deal or all this shit. It'll be nice, but now you don't even have to try anymore. You don't have to deal with that shit. Now you can literally build a fan base and some followers and some gatherers to really to hear and enjoy your music. Now with this AI music tools that are out there, that is just going to increase more of the floodgates. The more, the better. And the more these people that are leaving off of Spotify and they're putting down their cell phones, they're just like, look, man, I'm just like, again, for example, if they saying, look, I got this cell phone, I don't want to carry this brick all day. You know, I just really want to sit down and enjoy and listen to my music. When I go out for a run, I want to just leave the phone at home and just go for a run. I just want to listen to the music and enjoy it. I don't want to be distracted by my phone. That trend is starting to happen. And it's going to destroy the music main industry. It's going to hurt them a lot. Because now less people are going to not care about, they may not care about Drake. They may not care about another Kendrick album. They may not care about that. Sure, they may sit there and say, okay, this album is really good. This album sounds really cool. But, you know, like, again, I've been into the mainstream stuff. I want to listen to other stuff now. I want to open my horizons and see what other people out there that hasn't even made it into the music industry. I want to listen to their music. Because then when you listen to some of these music just around your neighborhood or whatever, you be sitting there saying, why the fuck are you not signed up on a record label deal? Why are you not, you know, up here? Like, what's going on? And then when you start looking at the music industry and how it is, it's like it's so fucked up. And they got these whack-ass artists and stuff. And then it's just going to make people turn it off even more and be like, you know what? I'm just tired of listening to these mainstream artists. I'm ready to just listen to some underground, some music artists around my neighborhood that can do an actual fantastic job. These are the type of music that I want to hear on the radio. Who knows? This might open up another possibility that where maybe a new radio station of just local artist music. You know, you don't have to go through a radio station anymore. This might be just your local area. Say, hey, you want to listen to your local hip-hop area of some of these music and artists? Here's a radio station. That can happen. In the future, that can happen. Less people going to listen to these mainstream radio stations, and they might tune into that. You never know. Like, I'm telling you right now, the possibilities of this AI stuff can really hurt and destroy the entertainment system, the entertainment industry. We're seeing it in video games too, right? We're seeing it in video games too. Right? For example, just like how Nintendo sat there and gotten complacent, thinking like, oh, you know, like my whatchamacallit, my Pokemon game can't do no wrong. It's going to be great. It's selling 10, 20, 30 million copies. We're going to make so much money, blah, blah, blah. Nobody can touch Pokemon, right? Nintendo got complacent, right? Nintendo spent money on lawsuits, then spending money on what? Investing in their Pokemon franchises and making sure that the Pokemon franchises has innovation and elevation. They didn't do that. They just kept it the same, and they just thinking like, oh, these kids, they're gonna love it, they're gonna play it. What's happening now, right? The older generations getting sick and tired of Pokemon. They're streaming Power World. That's something new. And all the kids are going to look up to the streamers because if they're streaming Power World, they're having a good time. Guess what? The younger generation, when they look them up, they're going to be playing Power World. And we already starting to see that Pokemon will at some point, and mark my fucking words, mark my words, will be one of those. Yeah, remember Pokemon used to be popular? Not anymore, right? Just like once upon a time ago, Yu-Gi-Oh was popular at one point. Once upon a time ago, what happened to that now? Once upon a time ago, Digimon was popular. What happened to that? And we're going to be saying that I'm going to be saying the same thing. Once upon a time ago, Pokemon was popular. What happened to that? Well, Power World came in and took over. We're already seeing this happening. The game is good. They just released their cards. Their cards are selling on eBay for $9,000, $4,000. Scalpers are on it. The cards are sold out. The first generation cards, I'm lucky to even buy one pack. Sold out. And now think about it like this. Imagine if, let's say, they're going to come out with an anime for Power World. It's over. Soon we're gonna have mangas for it as well. Like it's over. It's just like Pokemon once upon a time has its shine, and now it's starting to fade away. People got tired of it. It's been the same game. It's broken. The manga is over. The movie stuff is over. They're just done with Pokemon altogether. A lot of these people are just done with Pokemon altogether. It's still cool. It's still cool, but it's not. Soon it's not going to be hitting it how it was when it first came out. It's going to start becoming that, like I said, once upon a time, Pokemon used to be popular. Not anymore. We're seeing it in video games. And this is what I try to tell you with AI. With this AI tools and stuff, it's just going to open up more and more into floodgates. And let me tell you something. When these things starts to get better and better over time, and a lot of these people are less care about some of these mainstream artists, and they want to listen to mostly their local underground music artists around their neighborhood. And then when they start saying, hey, you know what? If you want, I got a physical copy. Here's a link. I don't just got it digitally, but if you want the physical copy as well, I have the link for it. You could buy it and order it. It'll send straight to your house. Oh, cool. Hey, I can go back and collect music, not just mainstream music, Now we can start collecting music from local artists. It's going to be big. It's starting to become that trend very soon. You mark my words. I guarantee you that trend will start blowing up. And then now we're going to have opportunities from a lot of these underground artists that have been on YouTube for a long time. Now, when they got their physical copies on sale, a lot of these kids or new trend will be like, hey, man, I like the artwork. I like the CD cover. Oops. Take out the CD by accident. I like the CD. I like the book. It's nice. It comes in a nice package. I like this. I'm going to buy it. Hold on to it. So that's what I'm trying to get at. So it is happening. I'm already currently right now doing that right now. And when I do, I'll make a video about that and I'll show you. Again, I made music using AI tools. I did the lyrics and stuff. I make sure it sounds good. And I put that shit all together, remaster it, use After Effects and stuff like that on Audacity. Music track names, everything. I did everything. But when I get the CD, it's being sent out. But then when you see it, it's like, wow, if I can do that, guess what? You can do it too. That's what I'm trying to sit here and tell you. Like there's things out here that you can do for yourself. And like again, the last video I've been saying is, what the fuck are you guys doing? What are you doing? Don't sit there and wait. You shouldn't have to go look for fucking validation. Get off your ass and do something. There is so much things you can do for preservation, right? So much things. That's one aspect of it. I mean, there's another aspect too, which is, like, again, we got movies and DVDs that you can go and make your own copy. Not just, like, again, I went on this website. I'll put the link down below for the website for this, right? To do CDs. But not only they do CDs, but they even do Blu-rays. So if you want to make a custom art of whatever Blu-ray player, you can make a custom art for a Blu-ray player, DVD, CDs, cassette tapes. I think they even do cassette tapes as well. Still. And you can make custom art for yourself. You don't need Photoshop. There's like free programs on, again, on YouTube, on these is free. You can literally just take something that is easy and simple, learn how to do it yourself, and you can make your own custom stuff. And this is what I try to tell people. If you want to really care about physical media, you really care about it, this is what I'm saying. You gotta put the power in your own hands. You gotta take matters into your own hands. Don't wait on fucking Sony, Microsoft, fucking Nintendo, any type of company. Don't wait on them. Why are you waiting? Get off your ass and do something about it now. You see me, I'm not waiting. I'm doing something about it. I don't need validation from these YouTubers that are a bunch of losers. You know who the losers are. MBG, Marlin Gaming Nation, X-Volt, AGN, Dreamcast Guy, Reforge Gaming. All these garbage ass people, right? Gas from Xbox, Nintendo Prime, all these fucking garbage ass YouTubers sitting there damage controlling and all this fake ass outrage. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, each and every one of those fucking videos you are watching, they're not saying anything what I'm fucking telling you. Are they? No. I'm showing you and giving you the tools and the options of the things that you can do. Again, custom art this. You can change it, custom this. You can even on that website, you can customize this. You can make the CD however you want. Whatever you looks like, you want to put artwork, this, that, you can do that. You can do that. And they will actually send the box and the CD or DVD or Blu-ray in there with the media that you uploaded. Doesn't matter whatever it is. It can be from an anime show, Initial D stuff, you know, whatever show, whatever media thing that you downloaded off the internet that you find. And then if it's good quality, you do some like editing and stuff inside of the, whatchamacallit, in a video editor, you know, fixing it, whatever you need to do. And if you put it inside of, like, again, you can make it happen. And it doesn't cost that much money. Like, again, if you can't find it on Amazon, you can do it yourself. That's why I sit there and try to tell you, and I always encourage, don't sit on your ass and wait. Do it now. That's why I sit there and say, you know what? Hey, I'm making music, when I show you, I'm making my own fucking music. Making my own custom art and do stuff. Well, why would I pay Spotify? Why would I care about Spotify and all these mainstream artists and stuff like that? They already got paid. They're already making music. They're sitting in a mansion. I'm sitting in a fucking car. I'm working at a 9-to-5 job. You working so and so. Like, I think it's time to say, you know what? I need to stop paying for this mainstream music garbage. It's okay, you like a favorite artist, you want to go out there and pay for it, that's fine. But you're gonna have to be like this. I gotta scale back and start being more proactive, and maybe I should start supporting my local artists, buying CDs and stuff. Maybe I should start being more proactive and start making my own music. How about that? Why pay for that service while you could pay for an AI service to make your own music and do your own custom lyrics and stuff like that? You know? Why be frustrated every time when you uploaded a music video or something and you gotta dance, but you gotta use music from a music video, whatever, and they copyright strike and they block your stuff? It's not fun, right? It's frustrating. So why would you care about using that, you know, the mainstream music, while you could just make your own music, make your own dance video music? Again, you gotta be proactive. And like, again, the next logical step, I'm just throwing this as an example. Like, let's say we'll say like a movie or something. Like, this is like one of the collections, right? Let's just say we get an unknown movie that hasn't been opened yet. Let's say, for example, like this right here, Scarface. This is a Blu-ray Scarface one. Still perfectly in the box. Still wrapped. Now I can unwrap this, and then you know what I can do? I can go out there on Amazon, buy a DVD burner, and start burning some of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I shouldn't have to wait. I need to be proactive. And that's what I'm doing. And these are some of the steps that I'm doing and I'm thinking about doing. Right? Same thing that I did, like I make my own CD cover for this. I'm thinking about like saying, hey, wait a minute. If I could find the media or whatever for a movie or DVD, whatever, why not just download the movie and DVD offline or online right now? Just rip it, download it, put it through a video editor, edit whatever it needs to do, put colors, whatever color correction or whatever I need to do, and then I save it, and then I can upload it to the website that I made the CD. They make DVD, Blu-ray cases and stuff like that. Upload the media there, and I can get the stuff that I want. I don't have to look for Amazon for an official copy like this. If I can find the original media online and I can download the whole thing, the whole movie, I can use it, take it, edit, whatever I need to do, upload it onto the website, make my own custom art. I don't have to use this. I could if I want to, but if I don't want to, I can make my own custom box art, front, back, inside, make my own custom stuff, and have it sent and delivered to my house in the next like 4, 5, 6 days. You could do that too. It's like there is so many options to do. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Why sit there and wait? Do it now. And that's what I'm about to start doing. And better yet, not only just ripping it to one CD to another. This is what I try to tell you. Learn to invest. You see this right here? This is a storage drive. 2 terabytes. You know what I do with this? Oh, maybe if I rip the digital media off of here and save it into my 2 terabyte drive. Like my movies, my TV shows. You can save a lot of shit in here. And it's not hard to do. And if you put it all in here, so if I ripped up all my movies and DVDs and put it in here and transfer it, right? Or I get in maybe a different drive or whatever and say, okay, this drive right here, this 2 terabyte, 4 terabyte, whatever external drive you want to use, I can sit there and say, hey, I can go and buy the DVD burner, burn this CD, burn this media digitally onto my computer, and then I can transfer those files into here on a drive, on a folder, that I can get access to this media of this movie, this Blu-ray movie, at any given time. Oh. Duh! That's fucking genius. This is the next logical step. That's the next logical step, saying, how can I go from this, having this, to in here? That's the next logical step. And that's what I'm planning on doing. I'm going to buy me another 2 terabyte drive. This drive, I'm using this for mostly my computer, my music, and my backup. I rip so much music in here. I have at least 10,000 music that I have ripped. Not just from CDs alone, but just downloading it online, ripping it, putting it in here. And no, we are not living in the 2005 and 6 era of LimeWire. That is long dead. There is a better alternative, safe way to do it. You don't even have to use LimeWire and worried about computer virus and all this garbage. Okay, if you want me to put the link down for that, I'll put it down below to help you guys out. Okay, but that's what I do, and I rip it and I put it in here because now is mine. Long as I'm not selling it and giving it to anybody else, I can keep whatever music that I want. I have at least, like, again, there's a music genre that I like. I like super Eurobeats music or Eurobeats music. If you don't know, basically it's from the Initial D era. That type of music, okay? I like that music. Okay? But here's the problem though. Here's the problem. Where are you going to hear that type of music on the radio? Where can I get access to it? You very hard you're going to find all of the music on Spotify. You don't even have all of it. Not even half of it. Where can I get access to all those music? It is so hard to get that music. Right? So I said, okay, if I like this music in this genre that much, guess what I did? If I download this program and I go on to, a certain, whatever, and I start ripping it, I can get all those music and I can download it onto here. And now I have it on a drive and I made a copy on another drive. So now I have it for life. So now I have at least well over 3,000, 4,000 of super Eurobeat music. All in here that I can get access to. Even other music as well. It's not just that. I got Tekken music in here. I have so many music that I have. Video game music, movie music, Michael Jackson, you name it. I got a lot of fucking music in here. Artists that are unknown that I like. This is the next logical step. And it's not hard. We're not living in the LimeWire era, so you can relax. This is called ownership. This is called, hey, things are starting to change. If this is starting to fade away, then we need to do something about it. And this is what I'm going to do. So that's what I'm planning on doing. Ripping some of my DVDs and putting it in here. I'm going to buy another drive because, again, I even save, photos, right, of my iPhone, iPhone or Android phone. Like I said before yesterday, why would you rely on a corporation with cloud saving while you could be being proactive and saying, oh, wait, all I have to do is just plug my phone into the computer, transfer files, and now all of my photos that I have on my phone, I can take it out without relying on the cloud, is in here. And I can get access to it anytime. I don't have to worry about thinking about, I got to come up with a password. I don't know. I can't remember my Apple ID. Oh, I lost my phone and now my Apple ID and my cloud save is trapped. You don't have to worry about shit. All you have to do is just plug it into the computer, plug in this, make a folder, transfer all your photos into that folder, and you're done. Now I got my photos in here. You know how many photos I have in here throughout my phone? I have at least about 7 folders throughout 2020 or even 2019. From 2019 or even 18, 17, all the way down to 2026. All my photos. Like any folder that I make, I'm saving it right there. Easy. Hell, you can even rip music and download music from your phone. Even sometimes you can do it with even like this. There's plenty of things you can find online. Look at this. Type C. Look at this micro card reader. They even have one that has storage drive. If you got a USB right here, right? You got a USB with whatever, how many gigabytes and stuff. This is 64 gigabytes. But they even have ones that are like that where they have not this right here. This is a card reader and stuff. They don't have this. But let's just say this was 250 gigabytes of storage. I can just literally take this device, plug it into my phone, and transfer music right out of there and transfer music inside of there, all using with just this one little piece of device. It's on Amazon. You can even find it, look it up for yourself. You got external drives like this, 2 terabyte, 4 terabytes, all the way up to like 6, 7, 8 terabytes. Yes, this may be expensive right now. You should have got it earlier. But again, it's not too late. You can still get a 2 terabyte for somewhat of a decent price. Look it, find it, and start taking matters into your own hands. Don't be stupid. Just start doing it. It's fucking easy. It is literally easy. This is the next logical step. So if you care about your physical media, if you care about this much, then you gotta start realizing this is the next logical step right here. Even I'm realizing it. I'm like, okay, hey, I'm gonna buy me another 2 terabyte drive by the end of this year. I'm going to invest in that 2 terabyte drive, and I'm going to start burning a lot of these. And maybe if I don't even have, let's say if I don't have the physical, right? But if I can get the digital, I'll burn it and make it into a physical, and I'm also going to put it in here as well. I'm going to get proactive. You know, it's not hard. You learn how to invest. If you know how to invest in your stuff, you're going to be perfectly fine. And again, why not, if you have your one right here, make sure you have another copy for a backup and put that up somewhere else or outside of the house. Get a safety deposit box. Whatever the case may be. Say, look, I want to save my photos, all of my stuff. I'm going to put this in the safety deposit box. It is literally so small, putting it in there. Later on, when something happens, house got fired, this got fired, that got fired. Oh, wait, I already got my drive right here. I got all of my music. I got my photos. Even I got all of my job stuff, like all of my resume papers, resume headers, and all this stuff. I got all that stuff in here ready to go, up to date. I even got it even on my cell phone as well. I got it saved on my cell phone as well for my resume papers and stuff like that. I am prepared. I'm preparing myself. I'm being proactive. And this is where I'm trying to encourage you to be proactive. Do it. Don't wait. Like again, you could do USBs. You want to save your music, rip it on there. You can do that. You can do here. External drive. You can buy one of those. You can even do this as well. You can do that at a... You got so many options. So many options. You got to go out there, look up videos on how can I preserve, how can I burn and rip DVDs, right? Like again, GTA 6 in the next 2 years will be on PC. And guess what? You know what we can do that Rockstar can't do? Guess what? We can make a physical copy of it. We can make a physical copy of GTA 6 with the actual CD inside the box. You can actually do that. If they can't, like again, if Sony can't do it, you got to take matters into your own hands. What are you doing? Right? What are you doing? Take matters into your own hands. If you care about it that much, make your own. And I guarantee you, somebody out there, I promise you, mark my words, I promise you, when GTA 6 comes on PC in the next 2 years or so, or whatever, whenever they come, somebody will be making a physical copy of GTA 6 with the CD and the box cover for PC. I promise you. I promise you, somebody will be doing it. Somebody will be doing it. I promise you that. It will happen. Gotta understand. So, with that being said, right? With that being said, I'm just like again, I'm just letting you know. You gotta start being proactive. Don't don't let the AI and all these people tell you that it's bad, bad, bad. You got to look at the good and see what we can do. Again, just like another example, like again, just to let you know that AI is going to be good, right? We know Sony owns Crunchyroll, right? We know that. What we have a problem with that is the fact that the licensing for some of those anime are going away, right? Like, let's say, for example, I got this right here. This is the Ghost in the Shell, right? Physical copy. Physical. Let's say Ghost in the Shell on Crunchyroll. Let's say, hypothetically, the license for this was up. It went away. You can't find it or whatever. We know we can go on a pirate site and we can still watch this. You can go on Tubi and watch this as well. But what I'm sitting here trying to tell you is that the fact that some of these anime licenses are going away, right? And now you know they're controlling that, right? They're locking behind the store behind a paywall, right? And Sony saying we're getting rid of, physical games, right? They're getting rid of this. What makes you think they're not going to get rid of this, right? They can get rid of this too. So here's the deal, right? Just like I talk about that AI music, I'm telling you right now that AI music is going to damage and is going to destroy the music industry. The mainstream music industry is going to destroy that. Like I said, more and more people are walking away from Spotify, and more of them are more like, I want to hear music around my own neighborhood or artists that are not in mainstream yet or not there. I want to listen and collect their music albums and stuff like that, right? They might be, it's easier for us to make a CD. This right here doesn't cost that much. The one that I'm making right now, this is to make this, it was only like maybe like $10, maybe like couple bucks. It's not that much money to do this. I got a pack of 4 and I think it only costs like maybe like $8, $9, $10 for 4 CDs. And again, if I can use the link and I could post it up and say, hey, music is out. I made the album. If you want the physical copy of this, you can do that. If you want to download it digitally, I put it up on YouTube. Either way, how you want to do it, you can do it. And a lot of those people might say, you know what? I want to buy the physical. So then if I rip it, I can keep my physical. I can download it digitally. And I can put it on my MP3 player that I can listen to. I'm telling you, that AI shit is going to destroy a lot of the mainstream artists. It's going to destroy it. I guarantee you. Give it time. It will. No different from this. Now, why do I say this? Because guess what? Now, let's say if we already have AI that can make music, and I told this for my brother at my job. I said, watch. This AI stuff with this anime AI stuff, watch. That is going to open up another floodgate where you don't need a big studio or team or production team to make an anime show or TV show. Because now, if we got AI video that can make and create anime style like this, and then when the technology gets better and better, I don't need like 100 people or 50 or 30 people. All you just need is maybe a group of 10 fucking people, or even less than 10 people. And some of these people can make their own AI generated videos. Even though it's starting off with just shorts and stuff like that, give it time. Somebody will make a 20-minute video, 30-minute video of a TV series without having to go to those big giant conglomerate in Japan, and it's going to open up the floodgates. It's going to open up the barrier to entry is going to open up to the point where independent people like you, me, and everybody else, we can make our own anime show without having to hoping or praying that they're going to come up to us and say, "Oh, hey, we like your manga book. Oh, we like it. We'll make a show off of it. We'll get our drawers and our designers. We'll do it." That soon may be going away. And then you might sit there and say, "Well, it's bad right now." Yeah, there's some slop. But again, you got to look at the potential. This is going to destroy Crunchyroll, because guess what? How are you going to compete with, now let's say like this. Let's say anime AI videos was really, really good. You know what this means? Think about all of the manga independent creators, or even like Webtoon. People that are independent writers that can write and draw these characters. Let's say, okay, I made this digital character and I did this and I did that, but now I want to make it into a fully fledged film. I want to make it into a TV show or whatever, based off of my Webtoon. Exactly the way it is. Without no censorship, no nothing, right? You don't have to worry about censorship about this or any other. No. It's just straight, raw, uncensored thing. And they're using AI generated. And all you just need is like a group of fucking like 5 people, maybe even 6. And you know what? This gives opportunities for everybody. Voice actors is going to give an opportunity for them, especially voice actors that are coming in that want to break into the mainstream. Well, how are they going to do that? It's hard right now, but if this AI animated stuff becomes really good, independent creators or writers that's out there right now, they can sit there and say, wait a minute, I could find tools and artists of these upcoming artists, of these voice actors, hear what they sound and know what they work. And if it fits to my project, I can get them to do voice acting for dub and sub on top of it, and make a whole anime series around my Webtoon. And if I can get somebody that knows how to use the AI tools for my artwork and stuff, and we can put together and make a show, this shit can, I'm telling you, it's going to blow the fuck up. And imagine this shit was on fucking YouTube. YouTube is easy access. You upload your stuff. We already got AI generated fucking music with Suno. We already got that. Imagine they could say, oh, well, we can just use Suno. We just need an instrumental of this and this and that, right? Use Suno, generate the music, boom. You just want an instrumental. You're not trying to make some crazy banger mainstream music. You just want a simple melody or tone for your anime, whatever. Boom. Made it. Bam. You can send it, edit, put this. You got the person who's doing the AI generated, artwork and style of it, and they're recreating the characters and all this stuff. Now they're making it into a full length, whatever TV series and show. Might take about a year or so, or maybe even less, maybe 6, 7, 8 months, depending on how much work they're putting in. And now it's done. They're uploading it. They got already payments ready to go. They make the physical copy of their thing. They got a DVD version, Blu-ray version that you could purchase the physical. And you can watch it digitally on YouTube. For free. Like you don't need to pay. You don't need to pay Crunchyroll $14 a month or whatever. Imagine these independent creators. Bro, I'm telling you right now, that shit is going to blow the fuck up. You mark my words. You heard it here first. And I'm telling you, That is going to happen, and we already starting to see that. Yes, we're seeing the shorts, and some of it is garbage, some of it is slop. Yes, give it time. I promise you, the more that technology grows, and the more ideas that I'm trying to tell you, is going to destroy Sony and Crunchyroll. Because you know why? How are you going to compete with all these independent manga writers and illustrators that's doing these digital arts and stuff like that? And if they could combine with a independent, let's say AI animated artist, whatever, and they get together, make a collab, right? Make a DVD, Blu-ray, physical, and this is a original story without the big backing of Japan studios. And this can happen in America, this can happen in Europe, and also this is going to give an opportunity for even the Japanese. Yes, Japanese will have an opportunity, because you know why? Because now they don't have to go to these big conglomerate, Koikawa or whatever, whoever, to do a whole length of whatever. Now they can be like, we got more freedom now that we can be independent, and we can have a small team and a small budget. We can make a lot of money. We can make money. We don't need a whole bunch of people to do this. We can start teaming up with independent manga writers and also artists that do the manga stuff and do the physical and digital copies. We can take that AI, put those together. It's over. It's fucking over. And I'm telling you right now, Crunchyroll is going to be in big fucking trouble. Big fucking trouble. Because again, it's going to open more people, lower barrier to entry, and not being reliant on a fucking big giant conglomerate or corporation. They don't have to be reliable for that. They can simply say, hey, we're partner up. Let's say this AI anime, whatever, they're using these tools, making the job easier and stuff like that. They can coexist, work on a small project. The budget won't be crazy. They don't have to beg and pitch an idea like, hey, can you make this into an anime show? And then they're going to say, oh, no, we don't like it. This is trash. Or you're going to have to censor this because you can't show any of this. It's got to be covered. No censorship, no nothing. Straight, raw, uncensored. And there's so many things and ideas out there. It's just going to open up the floodgates of just more anime shows that are available. Hell, this can go even towards like partners like, let's say, Pluto TV or even Tubi, and making it into original. I'm telling you, the possibilities of this is astounding. Tubi is free. Pluto TV is free. Imagine independent people that write webtoons for a long time, and if they could find a independent like anime AI, video creator that knows what they're doing, and the technology is really good, bro, they can take any manga and turn it into a fucking show, into a TV show, a movie. And it's not just anime. DC. Let's say they can't make a Static Shock movie or a Static Shock anime TV show. Well, they can make a superhero, but guess what? They don't have to name it Static Shock. They can put a different character, have the same or similar powers, something different, and have a whole new story. And simply just make, here's the anime story that we're making, or whatever DC story that we're making up. Here's this characters, here's what it's doing, and we just released our our show or our movie about our new superhero or whatever. You can even do that shit with Blade, make a different Blade character or something else, different timeline. There's so many possibilities and ideas that we can start taking matters. We can start taking matters into our own hands. We can start seeing more anime shows from independent manga artists and writers from like webtoons and different sites and creators, uncensored, dubbed correctly. There's no censorship or removing stuff. It's like they can make this and do whatever they want, because guess what? They have full control, and there's nothing that all of these fucking Japanese like companies can do about it. And they can't do shit about it. What are they going to do? And that's coming from American can do it, Europe can do it, Japanese can do it. What is Sony is going to do about that? That creates what? Competition. That creates a threat towards these big corporations. Because you know why? Because now people like you, me, and everybody else, we're taking matters into our own hands. We're taking this in our own hands now. There's nothing you can do about it. No more of the license is gone. Oh, this disappeared now. Where I'm gonna watch it. Now if that starts to blow up, there's gonna be none of that anymore. Now it's gonna be like, well, Crunchyroll took down another license thing. Okay, well, already watching webtoons, anime shows anyway, and the AI and the technology becomes so good. We're hearing new dub artists that are unknown, and they're getting the time to shine and stuff like that. I'm enjoying this, so I can care less. Like I'm enjoying the shows that these manga writers and artists and webtoons that they're making partnership. They're independent. They're getting the shows out on time. We don't have to wait for 2, 3, 4 years for this. They can make it less than under a year to get this out, ready to go for fall season, summer season. And again, there's so many writers out there, so many good webtoon writers that writes better than even what a Marvel movie director or writer can ever do, or whatever these fucking slouch that came out of fucking writing school or English school. These people suck in terms of imagination and creativity. That's why we got manga writers. They make better story and better content than half of these motherfuckers at the movie theaters. I'm telling you, this is going to be a big threat against the entertainment season. And again, not just anime, but also what? Movies as well. Independent movies. Movie makers. We just seen at the movies that the Back Room did better than Supergirl. Back Room was made by an independent person, an independent film, whatever. They made more money than what Supergirl ever made. So watch out. I'm telling you, if AI technology becomes that good, guess what? We're going to see that in movies as well. And independent filmmakers is going to use that technology. Making a film, putting in a budget, and then guess what? They can put it in the movie theaters and it's going to make a lot of money. And people are going to enjoy that more than enjoying a movie that has this agenda fucking bullshit. This is what I'm saying. Don't write off AI. Don't write it off yet. Sit there and appreciate it, saying, wait a minute, this mic can definitely hurt a lot of people. It's going to hurt Sony. It's going to hurt the movie industry, and it's going to hurt the anime industry too. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot of places. cannot wait. Cannot fucking wait. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for it. It's going to be good. Very good. I'm telling you, it's going to be good. So, if you haven't, I'm about to start wrapping this up, but I still got to show you my collection, right? Because I have a lot of collections here. I dug this up earlier today. I said, you know what, this would be really cool to show off. So, like, again, I just want to show this off again. I know I showed it off in this video, for example, but again, Scarface right here, sealed in the box, right? The Ghost in the Shell movie. Purchased this and it's really good. I have also the Initial D first stage right here. I like my Initial D. I like my cars and my 90 anime. I'm gonna probably most likely, like, again, most of this stuff that you see right here, I'm gonna basically try to burn it into a drive if I can find it. Hold on, sorry about that. Yeah, so basically I'm gonna try to buy another 2 terabyte drive, and I'm going to buy a DVD burner. I'm gonna burn some of this stuff right here, and then I'm gonna put it into here. And that drive is going to be basically my movie collection that you see right here. I'm going to burn all of it, put it in folders. It's going to take some time, but, you know, like, again, if you, like, again, for the people who sit there and cry and whine and you care about physical media, then show like you really do care, you mean it. So that's my plan moving forward. That's what I'm going to be doing. So I might as well dig some of this up. And I figure I should just share it with you and stuff like that. So I do have the saved Initial D one. Like, again, I love my cars and stuff like that. I have a big inspiration from them with my driving style. You're probably seeing it on YouTube and my videos. Go check it out. You pretty much will say, yeah, he drives just like Initial D, bro. Like, personally. But, you know, again, I got second and third stage with the movie, and second stage the stuff, and also I think is also the extra stage OVA as well. So I got that collection in here. See, I got this collection right here. All of it right there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's that. I have stage 4 of Initial D. I love stage 4. Stage 4 is where is that? Stage 4 will really show you the power of driving, you know, like the magic of driving, the music and everything. I love stage 4. Stage 4 is like peak for me. It's like, this is like if you really when you get through like the first 2, if you get through the first 2 of these, this one right here will give you the reason why people drive. It's the biggest reason why I drive that style. I want to copy and be that type of style. But I have my own style. But I have inspiration from this. When you watch stage 4, it's so inspirational. I love it. So there's that. Also, not only that, but even I have the original one for Initial D, first stage. This is like, you can see the covers and stuff like that. This is like the actual thing. This is crazy. Look at this. This is like crazy with the whole bootleg and stuff like that. Look at this. It's amazing. I'm gonna try to burn. Well, I'm gonna burn just this stage. This one is just like, I want to save it for you know, like a memorabilia. Like, again, I like these type of touches. Shit looks good. So I'm gonna save this. This is more like a collectible. Like, I kind of like put it up on my desk or something like that. You know, like I save it on my desk. You know, put it on there. But I'm most likely I'm just gonna burn the first stage. From this one, it's a little bit more easier than trying to burn up all of this CD disc. If they have like extra or something like that, I might burn it up. But most likely it should be already on this anyway. So we're gonna do that. So there's that. Let's see. Right here, I have the Fast and the Furious collection. Right here. Inside of a box, inside of a tire, which is crazy. So I have this. And this goes all the way up to 7. Yep. So I'm going to be burning these. But these are going up to 7. 7 to me was like the last one. Because of Paul Walker's death, I went out to the movie theaters and watched this. And then as soon as I'm done watching it, went to the mall and I figure I should go and find this. And I found it. And they had it up to 7 in here. So 8, 9, and 10, 11, whatever, is not going to be in here. So I just wanted up to 7. So I was happy with it. I still got 8. I need to get 9, 10, and whatever when it comes out. I got to get those, but most likely I like this collection because this collection goes up to 7 because that's all of the casting characters before Paul Walker's death. You know, it's sad, but I want to have all of that in there, you know? So there's that Fast and the Furious collection. I'm going to be ripping and burning that up as well. What else do we have here? We have... And I do have the other movie for this too, but I have the Bruce Willis Die Hard collection franchise, you know. So I got Die Hard, Die Hard 2, Die Harder, Die Hard with Vengeance, Live Free, Die Hard. And I also have the other one as well, the other last Bruce Willis movie as well. It's separate from this collection, but I have it. So there's that. So you can see it inside of here. All of the disc right here, fully good, done. There's that. And now, moving on to one of my favorites right here, I have the Clint Eastwood collection, the Western collection. This one is a good, bad, and the ugly, Hang 'em High, Fuels of Dollars, A Fistful of Dollars. So I got that collection right here. So there's that. There's that Clint Eastwood collection. Nice. Like that. I had this for a while. And without Clint Eastwood, all 4 films right here, DVD, Clint Eastwood, the Dirty Harry collection. Got all 4. I like this. I'm thinking about rewatching this, but again, got it on DVD. All of the collections is right here on top of each other. I wish they had it like spread out and stuff, but I'm going to take this and burn it onto my 2 terabyte drive when I get it at the end of this year. That's my plan of doing, and I think this is really nice. I like this collection. Again, without that collection, what makes it think I'm not going to get this? The Mummy Trilogy collection, the original Mummy from 1999. I had the VHS tape. I had it, but it's kind of degraded. Got the DVD version. So there's that, The Mummy Returns, and The Mummy, The Tomb of the Dragon Empire. I know that wasn't really that good, but I still got it anyway. It's really good. Very good collection. Absolutely love it. It's awesome. So there's that collection. I have, of course, I always have this, you know, hold near and dear to my heart. I watched this when I had my sister and my mom's ex-boyfriend and me. We went out to the movie theaters and we saw this one. We had to see it. And this one is the Michael Jackson. This is it. So I have it still sealed in here. I went out, I saw this at the movie theaters. This was his last performance before his death. So I love it. I liked it. I really did enjoy it. So I got the collection of this. It's really good. It's awesome. So I got the Michael Jackson. Gonna burn that as well. And up next is a movie that I had that I watched from a very long time ago. This one, I think I watched this at least about 10 to 20 times, and I still think this movie is still a masterpiece. 10 out of 10. You cannot beat it. I wish there was more movies like this at the movie theater, but unfortunately, we're not living in that generation right now, but it's sad. But this right here is Collateral with Jamie Foxx and I believe Jamie Foxx and also Tom Cruise. Yep. So Tom Cruise, Jamie Foxx, Collateral. Love this movie. Love the music, the attention to detail in here. I love everything about this movie. This movie is a masterpiece. Masterpiece. Really good. Right? That's why I still got it sealed in this box. And it's still good. I love it. So there's that. And you already know this one right here. Of course, with this franchise, and I like the other one too. I think I still got his, Daniel Craig. But I got to get my Brian, the Pierce Branson collection. I know I'm probably butchering it. But this is the James Bond 007, GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, The World Is Not Enough, Die Another Day. I love this. Got the whole collection on here, Blu-ray. I got actually 2 copies. One that is open already. I don't have to open up this. And I'm going to burn that one up. But I have 2 copies of it. It's really good. I like that collection. Now, I got these 2 right here, which I'm going to be burning as well. But these are my favorite, and I love this one. If I want to watch something like World War II style and stuff, and, you know, I like that. And they did a really excellent job because, you know, like, again, I like Saving Private Ryan. I do. But I also like this one right here. This is a HBO TV series, Brothers of Bands of Brothers. Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg. And I also have The Pacific. So I have 2 of these right here. Tin can. Oh my God, this is crazy. Like, again, opening this up is crazy. I'll just open up one of them because basically they're like the same, but I'll open up one of them. You know, why not? So, Bands of Brothers, still in good condition right in here. And I think this is the actual, look at this. So nice. So nice. Look at that. Beautiful, right? This right here, I will watch this. I love this type of stuff. Like this is more like a nice, when it's like Veterans Day, you know, or veterans coming up, you know, this is something that you should watch on Veterans Day. Like this, or even The Pacific is really good. I enjoy both of them. So there's that. Let me just put this back in here, you know, so that way it'll be kind of stable. Now this right here, what makes me get into anime for the first time. Initial D wasn't really my first. That's my love for cards and stuff like that. And I enjoyed it near and dear to my heart. But what really got me into anime for the very first time and investing and mostly buying the books and also watching the TV shows as well is this one right here. Gunslinger Girls. This one is, I love this. I love this. This is a good, it's good. It's really good because of the fact that if you're thinking like, oh, is it these new generation type of hentai anime kind of, no, this has nothing to do with this. This is more focused on dialogue and character progression and build up. There's some action to it, don't get me wrong, there's some action as well, but it's so much more. It's deeper. It's like this one will really teach you how to treat your daughter, like a father and daughter bond. Like how does how does that work, like it really show you that in this anime. Like there is the handlers all handle these girls differently. These girls have a short lifespan. First they was incarcerated, like, mentally, physically, emotionally, until the government came in and the handlers picked these girls. They gave them biological super strength and all this stuff and intelligence and stuff, but the lifespan, they only can live up to 25 years. After 25 years, they're dead. They can't live past that, which is really sad. But these little girls are still little girls, but they doing more like spy, espionage, dangerous stuff. But each of these handlers that handles these girls, they're all different handlers. They all treat these girls differently and look at them however they want, whether it's their past experience, their life, this, that. So it's really, really good. Especially, again, if you are the type, that has a daughter, that has two, like, girls, like little girls and daughters, right? If you have that, this is a good anime to watch. It's really good. It will show you a lot of things about, building, like a trust, building like dialogue, how to communicate, because the handlers are all men. They're all like grown fathers, like father figures, but these are like adopted girls, they don't have a mother. So this is like more like a bond and a relationship between a father and daughter type of relationship, not in the sexual way, not like that, but more of like an adopted way, more like how each of these handlers treat them differently, whether it's like, again, their past situation, their life, or their habits and stuff like that. And these girls also still being like little girls, they still want to know about them, how to behave and stuff like that. They want to be treated like humans, not just like tools and weapons, so they're not robots. They still have a mind of a child, but working as an adult in dangerous stuff. And it's so good. It's really good. I love this show. I love it. And that's why I got season 1. And I also have season 2. Okay, I have both. And this is what starts me off into anime. And then it got me into Initial D, Ghost in the Shell, all these other animes. But this is like really is the first ever anime that I really got myself into anime. I watched this. It's actually really good. And it came on Netflix. I watched this on Netflix. I watched the whole thing. It was really good. So that's my recommendation. I'm sorry I'm rambling on about that, but I wanted to show you that. And I'm down for the last 2 here. Okay, last 2. Okay, so I got my collection, right? We went through there. I do have a Lethal Weapon collection, but I didn't bring that, but it's at home. I do have all 4 films of that. But we also have Lara Croft, the actual Tomb Raider, okay? The Tomb Raider that been done right. I know the movie wasn't as good or whatever when it came out, but I'm going to tell you right now, later on, everybody appreciate this a lot more than whatever fucking reboot or remake of Tomb Raider that they did was fucking garbage. Absolutely garbage. Garbage. Okay? This right here, this is what Lara Croft should have been like. Okay? They nailed everything perfect. This right here, perfect. Loved it. Everything. I enjoyed it. I still enjoy it to this day. I got both collections right here. This right here is the only Tomb Raider that I will ever watch. If somebody sits there and say, let's watch the new up-to-date Tomb Raider, I'm not watching that trash. No. This right here, this, all I need, okay? I'm not watching no new Mommy either, bro. I got that Mommy Return. I'm good. I'm watching that, then some new Mommy movie, okay? Last but not least, this one came out in the movie theaters, and I watched this when he passed away, okay? Because then we heard news about his passing and stuff like that. But I did watch the film, and it was so good. This was DC at a high point, okay? The Dark Knight trilogy. Perfect. This movie right here embodies the fact of this is a Batman live action film that's been done correctly. That's been done right. Done with justice without a fucking agenda. Okay? This right here, DC can't touch. And of course, I have to get this collection, and this is the collection for it. Which it got the hologram for it, so you can see how cool it is. See, look at that. That is sick. You see that? Nice. See, I gotta have it, yo. Gotta have it. I'll show you it right here. So, nice booklet right here. Right. Can't show you it all, but you can see it. Like, it's really cool. I like this. Keep it nice and safe, and I'm gonna be burning this up too. But all 3 discs. Beautiful. Okay. This right here is something that they did justice. They did it right. Okay? They did this right. Not so much anymore. Not today's standard. Not today's standard. But they did this right. So yeah, that's pretty much my collection right there. I figure I should spend the time to share my collections right here. Let me just put this back in the bag real quick. I do apologize, but you know, just I have so much of this, you know, so I might as well start putting this back in the bag because it's just so much. So yeah, I've been digging it through, and I say, you know what, I'm gonna start, you know, again, since we was on the topic of talking about, you know, like, you know, AI and you know, also, you know, physical media and preservation, right? You know, things that we should be doing, and I think, like, again, we should be doing it, you know? Like, it's only fair. You know, like, we're seeing time and time again that, you know, we don't know when is really going to be down there. But, you know, like, again, this is just throwing it as an example and giving you some stuff that these are the things that I'm doing and the steps that I'm doing, right? I'm not sitting here moping around and being like looking at the doom and gloom stuff. I always look at the possibilities, the things that is going to change. We're seeing it now. Like, again, if we're seeing it in video games in terms of, like, again, like Nintendo, what they're doing and stuff, and Power World, we're seeing AI music generated, like Suno, using music to not only just for content creation for like TikTok and stuff like that, but it also can be used to make albums and CDs and actually good music. You can make good music out of AI. It doesn't have to be slop all the time. And like, again, when I go back and seeing the shift up AI music video collab, whatever, it doesn't look slop. It's just a music video. They did a good job. It's not perfect. It's not perfect, but it's damn sure ain't no damn slop. You can tell what slop is. You know, slop is like, again, it's just weird, it's disjointed, got 7, 8 fingers and all this weird shit, you know? Some of it is funny and some of it, yeah, it could be slop. But like, again, like I'm sitting here and telling you, don't write off AI yet, because that AI is going to help you. Again, you can ask Google Gemini. You can even ask like Copilot. I think Copilot is a lot better than Google Gemini AI. Even just asking Copilot like certain things like you can do and stuff like that. You got so much of this stuff at the tip of your fingertips. You can do something about it. You can learn about this stuff. Like the excuses and all this stuff, like boo-hoo, doom-hoo, all this bullshit, like those days are long gone, is over. We already passed that point. Okay, enough with the doom and gloom. It's time to start taking matters into our own hands. What can we do about it? What are some of the options out there? And again, I'll put the links down below. Like, you see it for myself. Even if you went on my YouTube channel, you probably heard my latest music video AI that I did, which is Fighting Against the Rain. If you listen to that, you'd be like, man, this shit sounds really fucking good. And if we can get to that point of like where it's going to get even better and better, and it's going to be lower barrier to entry, we might be seeing a lot more, maybe possibility, we might be seeing a lot of art music people that never really got into music in the first place is starting to get into music and grow from there. You know, that's what a lot of people do. Like again, for me, how did I got into PC? I started with a desktop, a Dell i3 desktop. Back then it was slow. I didn't know much about computers. I just wanted to learn how to run a computer. This is before I even learned about Steam and all that stuff. I didn't know any of that. I just wanted to record gameplay from my console and stuff. That's what I needed it for. As the years gone by, the more technology gone by, the more things I messed around and I learned about it. I know how to navigate better with the computer. I know how to do this. And there's programs. There's free programs. There is so much things and opportunities and things that we take for granted. We need to stop taking it for granted. We need to start using that for ourselves. And we need to start taking to our own hands and fighting against these corporations. Like, again, that AI music is going to definitely put some damage in the music industry, for sure. Less people are subscribing to, like some of those people are moving away from Spotify and saying, I want to just buy an MP3 player, just go back to the days where I just go out, find a CD, grab it, burn it, and stuff like that. Like, we're going to start getting into that point. And there's going to be opportunities for a lot of people, not just mainstream artists, because I think they're sick and tired of mainstream people. Like, I think we get it. Now they like, what about other people that's not in mainstream? You know? There's going to be more opportunities for them. More opportunities for us. More competition for everybody else. And again, that AI stuff is not just for music, right? You know, you can use that for instrumentals. You could put it on a YouTube video without being copyrighted strike. It's great. I use it for, like, again, my off the top videos. I use AI generated music background. Why not? Because, like, again, I don't have to go and try to find a certain style of music and all this shit, like, or find the same style of music as somebody else's YouTube using it. I might as well just create and make my own stuff and use it. So the things that it's going to fit for me, right? What's going to fit for me may not fit for you. So that's where I'm like, what are you waiting for? Do it. It's not going to hurt you. But then the complaint will be like, yeah, the trade-off is, okay, the RAM is expensive, storage is expensive, and all this stuff, right? I get it. That's the bad. But we got to look at it like this. If we can take that technology, we can use that against these corporations. We can use that against the entertainment system and hurt them, because it is going to hurt them. Because guess what? If the trend is everybody's just making their own music, and now we're seeing the trend of they're moving away from Spotify, that might get back into physical media, that people might say, you know what, maybe I want to go back and collect CDs, not only just download it, right? Download the digital version, but I also want to go and buy the physical copies, not just mainstream artists, music, album covers. Now they might sit there and say, you know what, I want to buy CDs of some of these people that are not in mainstream. Again, we got to look at it in that perspective, and the possibilities. It's crazy. I mean, look at a long time ago, before YouTube became a thing. You know, how did we share music and stuff like that, right? We had CDs out in the street, New York, passing it out, different people, artists, rap music and stuff like that. People try to get into the radio station, you know, doing this and that to get a record label deal. That was a long time ago. Now with YouTube and all this stuff and social media and SoundCloud, it opened up to more people to be like, I don't have to, you know, be famous or do this and that to make money or earn money. I can still be an artist and still have a job, and I can still make music on the side and still make money, like, you know, or whatever, and have opportunities. Because now we got YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, and all this stuff. That opens up to there. Now with this AI, is going to open up even more. For better or for worse, it's going to open up even more opportunities, which is good. We need that to combat with these corporations are saying, okay, we're getting rid of physical media. You know, let's just say not just games. Let's say the next step is, we're going to get rid of physical CDs. Let's say they said that. You know what that means? That means now that these independent artists that are making CDs, right now, and making all these whatever, their stuff is going to start booming. Not just mainstream stuff, but artists that are underground artists and artists that we know on YouTube, they're going to have physical copies ready and available than the mainstream artists. So now it's going to open up to more people going to go out there and collect and find and whatever. It's going to open up the doors. Just like, again, anime. We already know Sony owns Crunchyroll and the anime industry. What's going to happen if these AI animated, generated art style and stuff like that, and if it gets good with technology, we don't have to be like having to worry about, the license for this show is up. People are going to be like this. Okay, well, I'm not subscribing to Crunchyroll anyway. Because you know why? Because now with this whole AI generated anime art style, now they got them partnering up with like webtoons and anime, mangas that I like. They're taking the opportunity where they can just make something small and have a small group, then getting well over like 500, 600 people involved, or trying to get a big studio to back them up. Is lower barrier to entry, and they can basically independent, like me, many others that can do this. We can partner up with these independent writers that doing these webtoons. We can make a TV show series. We can make a movie out of their mangas. We got the power and control that we can do to combat that. Imagine if more opportunities like that now open up the floodgates, like where, well, I don't need a big studio backing from Koikawa or Studio Madhouse or whatever. I don't need them. All I just need is this independent whatever that knows how to use it. We'll hire this. We'll hire we hire new people to do dubs and stuff like that, and script writing. They can get together and have a small group of team to do this. We got the tech and technology now. It wasn't possible back then. Back then it was impossible. Now, more than ever, we have the technology, this, that, and we got it so good. We can just make our own anime studio with just less people to deal with, and we can make more of these anime shows to come to life. And like I said, they can make it into a physical copy that we can we can buy it digitally, but we can also buy the copy physically from a independent, from independent. It's not licensed or backed up by a big corporation. It's not being brought out. Now we can just be locally, we can just make our own anime original stuff or whatever. We can do that now. We got power now. They can't do nothing about it. What are they going to do? For one, it's AI generated. Two, they can't they can't do nothing about it. They can't copyright or anything because they got their own show, they got their own original, or they got permission, or they're working with independent manga writers and artists, illustrators. May go up to them and say, hey, can you make a anime show out of my manga, do this chapter to this chapter? Sure, we can do that. We got our anime lab right here and our tech, and we got some people involved. We got this. Sure, we can do that. What do you think we should do for dubbing? Oh, well, we can hire some new dub people because they want to break into mainstream, right? How are you going to break into mainstream? You got to start small before you go up, right? You got to start small before you go up. That's why they do video game dubbing and all this stuff. This is going to open up another door for a lot of these, these voice actors, these dub voice actors and stuff, and even sub. They might have opportunities to say, hey, can you do some dub over this whatever? Yeah, sure. I'm perfect for the voice role. I'm gonna get paid a certain amount of commission, and that could be put down for his resume. That when he's ready to go into mainstream, he can sit there and say, I did a lot of dub for this show. I did some dub for this. I did 2 seasons of this webtoon novel they did. I was featuring in this movie. Yeah, that's a good resume paper to get him into mainstream. So then we don't have to listen to the same dub people. Now we can have more opportunities that dub and those like independent creator and artists can get them up to a career path where they want to go and break into mainstream. And then that way the flow will continue. That means like when those go up, new people want to do voice acting and looking up to them, they can start into lower barrier to entry. That's what I'm saying. That's going to do a lot of damage. Because what Sony's gonna do in Crunchyroll, they can't do shit. They can't do shit. There's nothing they can do. Just like YouTube. YouTube knows I make this AI generated music. But guess what? YouTube ain't doing shit about it. Because what can they do with my AI generated music? I didn't stole it from anybody. I didn't whatever. I just made something simple just for whatever purposes. It's not copyrighted. It's not under a license, right? Like again. Oh, well, we own the rights to Initial D and we're going to get rid of it. The license is up. We're not going to renew it. Oh, it's gone now. Can't get this physical copy anymore. Okay, well, who cares? They're like, what? What you mean you don't care? Oh, we don't care because we already have manga writers is writing for, JDM and all these other cars and street racing cars, they already got shows that are similar to Initial D or has their own story. So we don't necessarily need this anime show, or we gotta wait, or we gotta beg, because we already got independent writers that's already doing it, and I could watch it on free on YouTube, and I could pay for the physical copy because there is no license agreement or anything like that. They can keep this up for the rest of their life. So when I purchase and buy it, it ain't gonna go away. It's still gonna be there. There is no license renewal. We have to renew a license or pay for it, because these are independent people. These are independent artists. They got fully control over what they can do with it. Sony can't do shit. All these other people can't do shit. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? They can't do nothing. That's what I'm saying. If that's going to help, good. And it's going to be even better, because, like, again, not just music and anime, but even movies. Even movies. They don't have to look for a backing of a big, giant movie corporation. They can just be like, well, we got AI, and we got a camera, we got a film, we got an iPhone, we got mics. We can make a movie in a small budget and make millions of dollars. Now with this AI, now the budget for that movie is going to be even lower, which is good. It's great for everybody. And is going to give an opportunity for new new actors that want to act and play in a role. Is going to help them build their career and go up. They don't need a lot of money to make a movie now. And then all these movies out here that we see today are failing, or they're not living up to expectations. Or people are getting fatigue of this superhero stuff and they're just tired of it. They want something new and fresh. I'm telling you, it's going to do irreparable damage to the entertainment, to music, to movies, and even in video games. It will be doing a lot of damage. Whether they use AI or not, we're already seeing the damage is already starting. It's happening. Yes, the trade-off is expensive, it's high priced. That's the trade-off. But again, if we can use it and combat with a lot of stuff, maybe, just maybe, physical media could still be around much longer. But again, it takes all of us to do it. It takes you to do it. And we got to use tools in our disposal. If we can use those tools against them, it's going to hurt them. It's going to be great for us. More competition for independent artists like myself and many others will start to grow. And if it's lower barrier to entry, you upload it on YouTube, you don't have to worry about a license renewal, because these are independent. Not relying on a corporation, not relying on Sony, not relying on Kawikawa, Studio Max, or whatever, Studio Ghibli. We don't have to rely on that. We can start relying on ourselves. And that's going to be across every nation. Europe, America, South America, China, and even in Japan. Even in Japan. They may be struggling trying to get into Koikawa and do manga and stuff like that. But now with this, they might sit there and said, you know what? We don't have to stress about having to go to work every day and stressing out about a corporation. And now we can take power in our own hands and make our own independent studios and stuff and treat our employees with respect. And we can actually make money off of this. We can make a living off of this. And if we get good enough and start building up our build up, we don't need to be bought out by these big corporations. We can just say, no, we want to stay independent and stay small with the team that we have because we got fully control of rights, which is good. And it's great. Great for the manga people that are doing the manga art and illustrating and writing. And it's going to be good because now with these AI tools and stuff like that, now we're going to have people that could do dub and stuff. It's not trying to be forced down to, oh, we got to renew a license bullshit. You got to pay it out. If you don't pay it, we got to remove the license now. And the only way you could watch it is now you got to watch it on here, on this streaming service, not on here anymore. All that bullshit will be going away. Because now they're independent. They can say, I put it up on YouTube. Here's a link if you want to buy the physical copy. Here's this if you want to download it. And they're still getting paid off of YouTube because when people watching it, they're going to get ad revenue and stuff like that. They're going to watch it and they're going to get paid. And if you make it to a smaller team, right? Smaller team. And if you do good with the anime show, it's going to open up a lot of good doors. Maybe even for video games. Maybe they might say, hey, I really like this action anime show that I watch. We are an independent, like, you know, let's say startup indie dev or whatever, and we do this. I was thinking you want to partner up with us and we'll make your game for you and you'll get a cut and this, and that. That's good because guess what? Independent, not relying on a big giant corporation, not relying on EA, not worried about a studio shutdown. Those things we got to look at and say, this is what we definitely need. More than ever, in this generation right now that we're living in, more than ever before, we need this. Yes, we do. We need it more than anything else. I'm telling you, without it, what are we going to do? Right? I'm telling you. Don't write off AI yet. Don't write it off. Don't write it off. Don't write it off. Because I'm telling you that everything what I'm telling you right now is happening. You may not see it, what you see, but trust me, I see it. I see it, what's going to happen. Like again, just wait and see. Just wait and see. We're going to be saying that same thing. Oh, well, you know, once upon a time ago, you know, Pokemon used to be popular. Yeah, but what happened to that now? 10 years later. You know what's going to be popular? Power World. And it's going to happen to Power World too. Something else is going to come along the way is going to be better than Power World. It's going to happen. And we're already seeing it happen. And so I'm happy. I'm happy. We are entering into that we're going to have more opportunities, more competition, more things that's going to be happening, and more independent creators is going I'm telling you, this shit is going to be, I know right now we're in a weird, strange time, but I'm telling you right now, this shit is going to blow up. You watch and see. We already seeing it on YouTube. We're seeing it on YouTube. Yes, there may be shorts right now, like 3-minute videos and 1-minute videos. But imagine when the technology gets better and better, and watch what happens when it gets to the point where all you just need is just a small group of people or a one-man team, or even just like 3-4 people. That's it. The possibilities, the creativity, the possibilities is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. And it's going to, like, again, it's going to come back. That physical. Hey, I like physical. Sony's like, yeah, we're gonna stop making physical media for video games, and we were thinking about doing that for our anime shows. Well, people are gonna be like this. Okay, goodbye. Nobody cares. Sony will think like, oh, but you do care, right? You like this, huh? You like this? I'll be like, yeah, but we already have independent creators already making a similar show to Initial D, so we don't, me no care, because you know why? Because they're taking matters in their own hands, and they make the physical copy for it for us to purchase, and we don't have to worry about a license being disappeared or whatever, because these are independent creators. They don't have a backing of a corporation, right? Just like all of these independent Vampire Survivor, right? Starville Valley, right? Some of these small indie titles, these are independent creators. They don't have to worry about license renewal and all this bullshit. They have fully control of their game, and they can put it wherever they want, and they can make it DRM free. They can do whatever they want. They have fully in control. So if I purchase from them, I don't have to worry about, oh man, the license is gonna go away. I can't do this, I can't do that. I don't have to worry about it because I'm buying it from an independent studio. It's not backed up by Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo. Keep that in mind. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up from right here. But what do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think I'm wrong about that, or you think I got some sort of a point? I want to hear how you feel about it. I know where I stand. I'm telling you right now, I'm loving it. I am loving it. Let this shit happen. We need it. We definitely need it. But anyway, catch you guys on the next one. Peace.